I'm hoping to do with my film major and my photography minor. I want to be a fashion photographer, and with film, in the long run, I want to become a director. But after college, I want to go into TV production since I just focused on film. But my first internship was TV related, and I really liked it. So I just feel like I'll have, I'm more comfortable with that first after graduating, and then I want to go back to grad school and become a director. Professor Katzman, he's my film professor and advisor. He's been a really big influence on a lot of my decisions with everything, and he's really been a good advisor guiding me through everything. He's always pushing me to do better and then perfect my work. Don't just settle, which is really good. And Professor Jaffe, she was my photography professor for the first time I ever took photography here. And she's just like Professor Katzman, always making me do more, never settle. So I find that really helpful. And she's my advisor for my internship now at 17 Magazine. And she just gives really good advice. After taking a few classes here, I've learned I really like documentary photography, as well as, I mentioned fashion photography. But I want to find a way to mix both, maybe focus on a famous person and their journey in the fashion industry. So it's more fashion related, but documentary as well. Because I like, as being such a visual major and minor, I just want to be able to show the realness between things. My first internship was last summer. It was at True TV, right in the city. It was really fun. I worked for the development department, so that kind of gave me the hands-on experience with how TV shows, how they're pitched and how they get put onto the network, and how everything runs and how they have certain goals to meet every week to make sure that the audience is entertained. Well, after getting my first internship, I really enjoyed it, so I always want to make sure I have internships lined up. So I went on ED 2010, and I'm always looking up internships, but I'm always looking for ones that are more video production or photo related. And I came across 17 Magazine, and I applied to that as well as others, but they were the first to get back to me. And as a child, I always loved 17, so I was pretty excited to get that. I've learned a lot about the magazine. They really look on to detail, and I spend a lot of time doing a lot of photo research. And me myself, when I get magazines, I usually just flip through the pages and want to get to what I want to see. But now, working with the photo department, I actually take my time and look at everything. And now that I have experience with the paparazzi sites, I'll know when other magazines use a certain photo from a certain site. So it's kind of funny. Recently, last week, with the April issue, I saw all the pictures that I picked for the magazine in there. So I was really excited to see that. Since I'm working at 17 for my minor, which is photography, there's not as much requirements as you would for a major, but I still take that extra step to meet with Professor Jaffe every week, and we talk about what I'm doing and what I've done that week, and anything she wants me to do that I can speak to my supervisor at 17 about to make sure I'm fulfilling everything that she wants me to benefit from. The best advice I can give to anyone that's looking for an internship would be look every day at websites. Intern Sushi, NY Creative Interns, internships.com, Google, just look every day, because honestly, that's how I've gotten my 2 internships so far, and I'm still looking, and I've already applied to over 30 internships for the summer. Some do's and don'ts for having an internship, I would say definitely always be on time. Definitely always check in with your supervisor when you're sitting at your desk. There's been a few times when I'm just sitting there doing nothing, so I'll emails just saying, hey, checking in if you need anything. It's always good to check in. They really appreciate that. I would also say keep notes of every task you do, just so you can reflect back and put that on your resume. I'm always planning ahead with my professional goals, so I just hope by graduation that I'll feel comfortable that once I graduate, whether I go right into film production, TV production, or with photography, that I'm just able to succeed in anything I start, and just hope that whatever career I have first will lead me to the next career, and I'll always just keep progressing along the years. The economy shouldn't discourage anyone with whatever major or career choice they want. As long as you're good at what you love, that's all that matters, because that will bring in the money because you're really passionate about what you love. And I feel with my film and photography background, I'm pretty happy and comfortable with that in the future. And film, I've actually been reading online, is making a comeback, because at first film was dying and they were more focusing on digital, but actually films are making a comeback, so I'm pretty happy with that. And photography, I think, will always be around. Everyone needs pictures, so I'm pretty okay with my choices.